Previously, on the One-Eyed Film Podcast.
My dogs are barking.
I don't know if you can hear the dogs or the AC unit.
Hopefully not the AC unit. Dude, that scene was so cool. I thought he said I had 2 minutes. Is that a joke?
No.
I don't even know where he's from. Is he from that Florida? Is from that state as well? Not that Florida's gonna give it away. We're not helping the boyfriend allegations.
Nope. I think we have a moderate distance apart from us now.
Yeah, we got an okay distance.
So much racism.
Are you watching closely?
I'm gonna label the episode. We're professionals.
Anyways, welcome to part 2, guys.
Welcome to part 2.
Wow, this is the first time we've known where the cut is.
Oh.
I mean, I bet when you recording mentally, when we're recording, do you mentally think this is where I'm going to end the first episode?
No, I look at, because sometimes we go to the State of the MCU. We went up to an hour and a half, so I cut it at 45 minutes, and then. Well, I go to the 45-minute mark, and then I'm like, where in here is a change of topic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because also I don't know where we're going to end. I just assumed that because we weren't going to talk long, that this is going to end at a half hour, which we just, welcome back.
Anyway,
our retention rate, I believe, dropped off at about 3 minutes into the episode. So I'm actually impressed if you heard the end of part 1, just because we're so distracted.
Yeah.
Like I said, we need an off week. Give us a break.
One of those days.
Yeah.
Anyways, now that we've gotten the important stuff out of the way, like the aura farming, we can actually talk about other important stuff. I don't know what I was going to say, but...
Well, we can keep going with Bucky, but he also that's kind of his character arc.
Yeah.
This is the first third where he's wanting to be an assassin again, but logically and legally.
Per se.
Not assassin, but his attitude is still, let's take them down. But then he's trying to do it the nice way and it's not working. Which again, that's not a lesson. That's just a character thing of this. They're supposed to be anti-heroes. And so I don't really blame him for realizing that punching it out is the right way. Because that was the opposite of Civil War. Being punching out is not the right way, but it still needs to be a superhero movie, so they need to punch it out at least a little bit before they talk it out. Bucky had the opposite of trying to talk it out, trying to do it with the law, and then...
But then the lesson of all of Thunderbolts ends up being you can't always punch it out.
Oh!
I think I said in the Discord, after the movie came out, that, his whole, congressman thing could have been played out a lot better than it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't feel like two directors disagreeing. It felt, because there was more of it in Thunderbolts than there was in Brave New World. But it just kind of felt like gears shifted, or just a last moment change of plan from a writing standpoint. And I feel like it could have been played out really well as Bucky, finding a way to do good without fighting, which, I feel like is something he would be looking for, but realizing that, this is kind of who he is, and it's not always bad to fight, as you were saying. So.
No. Sorry, I'm thinking at the end of the movie, because most of the movie was a good setup, and we got a punchy to show that they couldn't punchy. And it was cool to see. I think, hot take, Sentry embodied Superman better than Superman did, because he was undefeatable, nothing could take him down.
Well, the power of Superman, yeah.
Yes, that's what not the character, just powers. Because people said that Superman seemed to get defeated a lot for being such a Superman.
I feel like that was kind of the point of Superman, though, the movie.
Yeah, I'm not saying either one is bad. I think that Sentry also was why would a god take orders from a human? And then she's like, whoa, that's not, I didn't expect him to go there. Wait. And so it all works together, and obviously when we started seeing trailers for Thunderbolts, we were like, how are they going to defeat a void taking over New York City?
Yeah.
And they didn't, except with love.
Don't take money. Don't take fame. Don't need no credit
I'm just
card
gonna
to
let him go.
ride this train. Sorry.
It's going to let you keep going.
That's the power of
Yeah. I was just jumping to the end of the movie. I know we don't. Maybe I shouldn't because we got to talk about others. How do you feel as we can talk about other people's or other characters' development? Introducing a team of 6 so quickly that we got to care about versus the Eternals. Yes, we didn't know any of the Eternals.
Yeah.
So there's some discrepancies with, yes, we knew most of the Thunderbolt characters, but how are we able to develop such a team mentality with Thunderbolts versus Eternals with having this be their first movie, respectively?
I think just like due to the movies like intentional focus on emotions and mental health, you end up forming like a strong connection with all the characters.
As opposed to gods who you can't really relate to,
Yeah.
like Eternals did.
And I mean, these characters were all introduced already as well, which helped that out a lot as well.
But I would argue that not a lot of their story carries over. The backstory helps, and I
Yeah.
think with Walker especially. But just knowing of the characters and not necessarily what happened to them in previous movies is enough for this movie, which is probably a good thing. I'm just saying that if you know that Yelena and Alexei are in a father-daughter relationship, even if they're not actually, that's all you need to know. You don't need to know anything about Black Widow, truly. Same with Bucky. You need to know that he's the Winter Soldier, and you don't need to watch all 3 Captain America movies. You don't need to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's like those movies develop those characters, but they kind of set that aside and still work from the ground up for the most part. That's how I saw it.
I think the movie does stand alone by itself really well.
Yeah.
So.
And I think you're right in saying the very real problem of mental health being the main focus is key to making this movie work, as opposed to gods figuring out how to defeat a celestial while also not being suspicious in public, which wasn't that big of a part of the movie. I
should rewatch Eternals. I've only seen it once.
Yeah.
I didn't go to it in theaters.
I saw it twice in theaters only because I liked the not megalithic. Been listening to too much Blurred Creatures. Just the grand scale of things outside the universe. I like that aspect, and I felt that in the theater. But yeah, it was also very crowded.
I mean, I think the cinematography was better than most Marvel movies.
Yeah.
But I don't think it just had the script to match it.
It is pretty crazy. We've seen nothing when it comes to even like the Black Knight.
Yeah.
Obviously, Blade was teased, but like nothing.
Tiamat, but
Tiamat. That's it.
Yeah. I guess they're going to be...
coming.
Icarus, at least, is going to be in Marvel Zombies, but that's obviously not mainstream MCU. So they're still acknowledging the character somewhat. They're not completely embarrassed, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the movie of the episode.
Pause. I'm going to check. I have like plenty of storage. Yep. Just checking.
If I have to get edited like a Muppet again, I'm going to be upset.
It's not. It's actually fun.
It's fun for you to do that?
No, it's more time, but it's funny.
It's funny.
You get more comments that way.
Let's talk about like, I don't want to say characters are underdeveloped in the movie, but there's 2 that are kind of the main focus, and I think let's save those 2 for last.
Okay.
Let's say, kind of get through the others first. Going back to Bucky real quick too, I think he's one. I mean, of course we know all of his backstory better than like just about anyone else on the team. But I think it sure would have been cool to see his shame rooms, especially.
I just wrote that. I think all the characters should have had at least a minute to show their shame rooms instead of just talking about that. Again, situation of, man, I really wish I could have seen that.
Yeah.
The thing you just told me about, show that to me. But I also understand I think we talked about this when it first came out. Yelena is the main character, and we spent time with her. But I also felt, even though I wasn't thinking, I wish we were seeing other people's shame rooms, I wasn't thinking, or I was still thinking that she needs less time in her shame room. Like, it felt really long and drawn out, regardless of, like, I didn't know we weren't going to get the others, but...
I feel like it would have been a little distracting to be hopping around to all these shame rooms, though.
Yeah. I don't know.
But, I mean, you saw about how when we see Bucky jump in or break in through the wall into the attic at the end, you know, what you see behind him looks like the Hydra torture room.
Yeah, I knew that.
So it's like, did they film something? Or was it just at a tease? Or
Yeah.
Anyway. It's like, would have been interesting to see, like, what moments of their lives these characters were in. Was Bucky in, like, December 16th, 1991? Where was he? What do you think he carries the greatest shame about?
Yeah. I think the thing I just said about Yelena's backstory, and that's what they played off of, was she's an assassin. She feels shame for that. She feels shame for how she was raised to be such an assassin. Even with the backstory of Black Widow, I didn't feel that much. I mean, obviously they use the whole kill a child trope to be like, yes, this was part of her training. You should feel bad for her. But, like, I knew Bucky a lot better. And I knew that if I saw him witnessing, if it showed him witnessing the death of the Starks that he did, or anything else that is shown in the other movies, which also could have been a cool way to show a reverse perspective of those same things, like we saw in Endgame, when we went back to 2012, or even like a Back to the Future where you see the previous movie. I think we could have done that and seen his reaction to that. I would have felt more in that.
You think so?
Yeah. Just because we've seen Bucky a lot more.
Yeah.
And he's weirdly... words. Speak before you think.
He's weirdly what?
Isn't he and Loki the only two characters who have been in all 5 phases?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just throwing that out there. It's cool.
Well, 6 phases, technically, because they're both confirmed for Doomsday.
True. Just so far. Yeah. It's been 5. Yeah.
Well, I guess...
What was he in phase 4?
Thunderbolts. No. Falcon and their Soldier. Yeah, the whole show.
That's right. I forgot about the shows.
I think that's the biggest reason we didn't see any of Bucky's shame rooms, though. Just because we already do know everything. Just about.
But we haven't seen his redemption. Like he's said, I feel bad.
Yeah.
But anyone can say I feel bad.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier kind of explored that.
Imagine seeing a grown man cry because of his past failures.
That was like the... You saw that in Black Panther. Or not Black Panther, you saw that in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Did he cry?
Yeah. Like while he's in Wakanda. You don't remember that scene of him crying in Wakanda?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
The trauma that was released, I suppose. I'm still going to argue my point because I think that even though he's been relieved of that trauma, imagine I would have felt this. Oh, my battery's dying. I would have felt this on a Christian level of, yes, I've been forgiven. Yes, I understand that it's my past and it doesn't define me any longer. But the evil one's still going to bring it up and try and remind me of that. That was everybody's experience.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's different for Bucky. It's just I know Bucky's a lot deeper. And because we've already gotten that point, that crest of forgiveness and self-improvement in Falcon and Winter Soldier, now that you're bringing it up and reminding me, I think it would have resonated better with me seeing him, at least for a little bit, maybe not replacing Yelena's at all, just to be like, that's not me. Don't stop reminding me of that. I feel that on a personal level. But I also see Walker would have been interesting too, but then Alexei, like, that would have been the same as Yelena's, but very shallow. Ghost. I mean, they're all going to go through the I'm an assassin, I feel bad for what I did.
Yeah.
Bucky's is just unique in that way. Not only that because we've seen him in those stages, but because he's not just an assassin, he was the Winter Soldier and in the Winter Soldier program. Like I'm saying, Alexei, Ghost, and Walker were kind of just did bad things, feel bad. But it also was, yeah, we're going deep. It wasn't just things he've done bad. It's like Bob experienced his abuse, verbal abuse as a kid. It's not something he did. It's something he put on himself, and that's what he talked through with Yelena. But it's still not necessarily as shallow as I'm an assassin. I've done bad things for most of the characters. Sorry.
No, you're good. Do you know who we should actually talk about next?
No, I don't.
Tell me. Let's actually talk about Taskmaster for a little bit.
Oh, gosh.
What did you think about Taskmaster's death? I know we've talked about this before, but just for the sake of the camera.
The
and our
actual
viewers.
The actual death? Or the...
What did you think of her dying when she did, I guess, is my question.
Cheap. I mean,
Cheap?
everyone will say that everything... Okay. Every part of the marketing that she was shoehorned into was cheap to get a sixth member for no I don't even know why they needed a sixth member. So it's so funny how they still put her on posters and stuff, but I don't know. What are you getting at?
Well, I think there was a thematic purpose that her and her death were meant to serve. And if there's even like a line about it shortly after her death, where they're just like, that's the life. I forgot what the exact quote is. It's like that's the life of an operative. You kill and then you're killed. And I think just to show, just for like all of them to see like right away, like that's what their life is right now, and just kind of, I think it helped open their eyes, kind of like right away. That like that's what their life is right now, and just that there can be more from life.
Just a reality check for everyone. Yeah. And even though she died on a mission that everyone was put against each other. Yeah, it's still the job. And having that before they're all like, whoa, we should be working against Val. Before that happens, it makes it bite less and still moves the story forward. And the characters develop a little. I like that. I still think it's dumb, but it did play a part.
I think putting her in all the marketing was dumb.
Yes.
I think
it's hard to criticize it, because if she wasn't in the marketing, then we'd be really confused when she does show up.
I think that would have almost been better to be like, oh, she's in the movie?
Okay, you think it would have been better?
To like not have her in the marketing.
Yeah, but I am arguing for it makes sense just because they didn't want that surprise. They wanted it to be expected.
I think we need more surprise characters though. Marvel does not like surprise characters.
I 100% agree. Unless they're in a post-credit scene that's never going to come to fruition. It would be really gutsy if in Doomsday or Secret Wars that all of those characters just get offed right away, just so they don't have to. I mean, we assume the world is going to get reset. The universe is going to get reset after Secret Wars.
Hercules and Star Fox.
Exactly, those people. Those are the two people I had in mind. It's a little over the top, but it would be very funny. And there goes my computer.
Somehow they all met and formed a team, and we see Doomsday wipe them out right away.
We should...
Opening scene of the movie.
What's the Morbius post-credit scene? I think you and I should team up with some other guys to do some good.
I think it's got something to do with
Spider-Man. I think it's got something to do with Spider-Man.
I think it's got something to do with Doctor Doom. I think that's all I had to say about it.
Okay.
Did you have any more to say about Taskmaster?
No. Heck nah.
What about Ghost? What are your thoughts on Ghost?
It's an odd inclusion compared to everyone else, but it is the B characters of other movies being included, and she's still a B character in this movie.
Yeah.
I think her powers are cool.
Yeah.
I watched a breakdown of Ant-Man and the Wasp a long time ago, and you could see like there was one shot of her walking through double doors, and a half second before she actually did, you saw a ghost version of herself already throwing the doors open. It was like that glitching effect that she has.
Oh, interesting.
And so it's more of a temporal thing, which I thought was cool when I learned about that. It's as though she's phasing through time. I don't know how it works, but I like that perspective.
Fine. I'm not distracted.
I'm not going to have you go on the Walker Did Nothing Wrong rant because I just do that to egg you on.
I had stuff to say about Ghost. But did I have stuff to say about Ghost?
Keep going.
I think her from like a character standpoint, I mean, you know, she's kind of been an experiment and a hired gun her whole life. And that's, you know, kind of the identity that was put on her. Like all the way up till like the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I am very distracted by low-flying planes.
Another plane.
Is that private? That looks private. Small.
Think it's Taylor Swift?
Oh.
Anyways. Yeah, that's kind of the identity that was put on her. Just, you know, she's an experiment and she's a hired gun, and that's kind of the identity we've seen her wrestling and struggling with through, like, I was about to say all of her movies, but that's 2 movies. Through, like, pretty much all of Ant-Man and the Wasp is just trying to find some form of fulfillment in some form, something to, like, lessen the pain, I guess.
Yeah.
As we see in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And I think we keep getting distracted. And, see, you keep looking places and then I have to look. It's like monkey see, monkey do. Stop making me do this. Anyway. And in this movie, we kind of see that, like, we see her being able to, like, step out of that identity and, like, see her stand on her own as a hero.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess that's the most I have to say, because I feel like she's the most, like, I mean, outside of Taskmaster, obviously, she's kind of the most underdeveloped.
Absolutely.
So,
and she just goes through generic develop that everyone does, which was like the big concrete slab falling.
Yeah.
And everybody works together as a team to make sure the person doesn't die. That's
a very powerful scene. Are you making fun of that?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying that...
That scene makes me emotional. Don't do me like this, Seth.
No, it's not bad. It's just the generic of, I'm bad, but now I'm good. It's like...
I'm bad, and that's good. I'll never be good, and that's not bad. There's no one I'd rather be than me. That's all of their character development.
Pretty much.
Let's move on to Alexei.
You have a lot more structure than I do for this, which is good. I didn't plan it all. I would argue that Alexei does the same general. I mean, everyone does.
Yeah.
His is mostly the same. Where he also wants to be. He wants to be good throughout most of the movie. He's like trying to start his own taxi business and wants to be a good dad.
Yeah.
And then even that one-on-one that he has with Yelena right before the Void shows up, they have very emotional heart-to-heart, and he's got some good words, honestly.
Yes.
So.
Well, it's like he wants to be a good dad, like not really at the beginning of the movie, because he's kind of just been like ignoring life for a while. And I think that's kind of like part of the thing with this movie. You see all of these characters ignoring their emotions, and they're like kind of just finding stuff to fill the space or finding stuff to distract from like actually like feeling these emotions and exposing them to the light. Most of them it's just like, I mean, with like Ghost and Yelena, a lot of it's just like, and even like Walker, a lot of it's just, you know, getting lost in the mission to distract themselves from feeling. But then with like Alexei, it's pretty much just kind of like alcohol and fast food is what it seems. I mean, kind of like what we saw with Thor in Endgame almost. It's the same thing that he goes through with the...
Yeah.
I mean, we don't explicitly see everything that he's gone through, but we see him trying to cope with his past experiences and emotions just by getting DoorDash and drinking. So.
Yeah. I think that's another tactic used to kind of pull at the heartstrings of this is a real thing that people relapse into of how to deal with emotions. And yeah, Yelena's having the most heart-to-heart with him throughout the movie. To be like, is this really what we are made for or whatever? Also, did the mom die in Black Widow?
I don't think so.
So she just... All right.
I don't know.
Interesting. Just kind
It's
of
hard to say.
disappeared.
I think he kind of hides a lot too behind, like his big personality.
Well, in his pride of, I was the Russian Captain America.
Yeah.
But he also never got the spotlight.
No.
Except from own Russian propaganda.
Yeah.
But it's played for a joke, but kind of makes sense.
I think he did play a very important role in the movie too. Just, I mean, a lot of people criticized him just because he just feels like Marvel humor the whole time and all that.
But it's a I can't think of the word. It's the cope. It's coping.
Yeah, but I also think too it would be a very depressing movie without him.
True, very true.
If it was just Yelena, Bucky, Walker, Ghost, and Taskmaster, I guess. Kind of be a sad movie. I think we needed someone to have that burst of energy.
It's loud. It's right above us.
Yeah.
Planes are cool.
Yeah. And anyway, it was cool seeing him step up kind of as a dad to Yelena in the movie more than he's been. They share a very powerful heart-to-heart in the movie. It's one of the most Christian scenes in the whole movie.
Which one?
They're heart-to-heart.
They have a couple in his home or on the street.
On the street, the one on the street.
Okay, yeah.
So good.
I need a reminder what that was, but I do remember almost shedding a tear for that one. It was that and the final scene that almost made me cry.
I mean, I don't want to talk about...
So impactful, I remember every single bit of it.
I don't want to talk about too much of it now because we still have to get to Yelena.
Ah.
But the whole Daddy, I'm so alone.
Oh yeah.
And then there's so much bad stuff I've done. And then he's I don't see those mistakes.
Ah, that's what it was. Yeah. All right,
And
we'll get
just-
around to it. When we get to Yelena.
Yeah, okay.
I'll
I'll say more from Yelena. But seeing him step up in this movie as that dad, just kind of realizing he's been ignoring his life so much was cool. So.
I was gonna say that with the humor thing, characters like Alexei and Tony
Yeah,
make sense for that humor.
yeah. They're
And
coping.
while Tony set the stage for Marvel humor, because it works with his character, Alexei benefits from that standard, even if that standard is annoying with everyone else. It still works for his character. That's what I see.
Okay. So now on to Walker.
Sorry, I just did this and I didn't even realize.
6, 7.
You're still a 6'7" guy?
What do you mean?
That's the
Yeah,
joke I saw. That's the joke I saw today. Is that there's new funny numbers. So
What's the new funny number?
94.
94? What?
I thought maybe
Now
I'm
they're
wrong.
just making things up. I mean, not saying 6, 7 wasn't just made up, but 6, 7.
Who are we going to?
Walker. So we can.
And we
end
already
with
did
the-
Bucky, so it's Walker and Yelena. Okay.
Well, hey Bob.
Yep.
You didn't want to talk about Bob?
No, I forgot.
Oh, you forgot about Bob. Okay. What do you have to say about Walker?
I'm
Don't
not
say
gonna.
Walker was right.
No. I think him being distracted and losing his wife and son was very impactful.
Yeah.
They're still around. Stupid planes, you're so distracting and
So many planes.
so cool. and really fascinating to watch.
You telling me you didn't cancel the airspace? That's not in the budget?
He was so prideful, which is the point of Falcon and Winter Soldier, but he's still prideful to the degree of seeing everything that people are saying about him and taking it to heart. Mm-hmm. And that affects his marriage and his parenting. And that was that really short scene, but it was really effective at showing just the self-centeredness of even, I can't believe they're saying this about me. Oh, I'm Captain America. That was his downfall in life. And I hope maybe we see more in the little bit that we have left with him. But
I think we only have a little bit left of him.
If the world's resetting in 2 years.
Well, I don't think they're going to be, well, we're not going to talk about that. That's going to get us way too off track.
I think Nando has a point saying delay Doomsday. 1, so Doomsday can be good, and 2, so we can actually have some time with this really good situation they've given us with all of that. This also died. That's amazing.
I don't think a reset means everyone's getting recast. I doubt it. You think everyone's getting recast?
Whatever makes money.
Like, I don't think...
I actually think that nobody's getting recast because they just won't let go of anyone. If Tobey Maguire is showing up in Secret Wars, they're not gonna... I don't know. I'm still coming to terms with... Sorry, we're getting very distracted. I'm still coming to terms with the X-Men coming up at some point in the next decade.
Yeah.
But they're also bringing back almost everybody for Doomsday. So they're really not letting it go unless they're planning on starting from scratch, at least with the X-Men. Mm-hmm. But then why bring them back at all? Money, obviously.
Yeah. I like money.
Hello, I like money.
I was going to insert that right there.
You inserted that in the last one too, but it's still relevant.
It's still relevant. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
And probably one of the only memes I know of SpongeBob besides a few moments later.
That's not just a boulder.
It's a rock.
It's a rock. It's as much as I know from not seeing SpongeBob.
Walker.
Yes. Dude, I just want to say too, I mean, back in our road trip episode, I kind of like teased something I wanted to talk about now.
We actually need to hurry up. My battery's about to die, and then we're screwed because this isn't backing up.
How much battery do I have? I have 2 bars.
I have 1 bar.
Yikes. How much time do you think we have?
20 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
But not even.
That's okay.
Let's not assume that.
I think Wyatt Russell is like the king of like subtle acting.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that, he's got a few moments. So much.
Hey, we canceled the airspace, geese. Oh my gosh.
Anyways. Like there's like 3 different moments where he just like says so much, like just his like facial expression. Mm-hmm. Like I think after, Bob touches him by the elevator and he like sees like kind of what he has shame for. Like you just kind of like see him staring down the elevator and it's like, he looks like he's like considering suicide.
Yeah.
And it's like just, you just see like so much from his face right there.
Yeah.
And what were the, and 2, like later when they're, when Bucky has them all tied up and Bucky's just like, cut the crap, Walker, like your mom and son left you. And Yelena looks at him and like the look that like he gives Yelena is just so just like, you see him saying basically like, so what, we're all broken.
Yeah.
And then as the one that I talked about in the road trip episode, as like just kind of like the expression that he's got while he's like trying to lift up the chunk of wall by himself, he just really like, it's like you see him saying like, I want to be more than I am. I want to be a hero. So just, yeah. It's really good. It's just like those subtle face acting, I would say.
Well, it's funny that both Russells have been in MCU.
Oh, yeah.
But also the best actors understand being the character. There was some post I saw that was like, how did you do this character so well? And it was, or how did you play him so evil? And it was, the actor responded, he wasn't evil. at least in my perspective, because that was their answer to get into character. But like when they believe they're right, that makes it for a good character. It's not that they are trying to justify their evil, it's that they think they're right.
And I think too, just how Marvel was able to make one of their most hated characters, like one of their most loved characters.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. See him like, I mean, it's with all of them to see him just like step up from this identity that's kind of been put on them and kind of like be more than that, and expose their shame to the light. Just kind of like stand up and not be ashamed of their past, but kind of like be bold in who they are now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool.
I think too with him, would have loved to see his shame win. I think seeing him like relive that memory of like killing the guy in Falcon and Minnesota would have been so impactful.
That's what I'm saying about Bucky.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Again, I think I agree. It's like I feel like just like a minute of each of them wouldn't have distracted too much.
Yeah, for sure.
But Bob Maximilian?
Yeah.
Bob, what about Bob?
What about Bob?
That's the name of a movie.
Really?
Yeah. It stars Bill Murray. It's a comedy. Anyway.
Bob is a mistaken soul, I suppose. I don't know.
Mistaken soul?
Just because he's such a mystery at the beginning, and then he's slowly reveals his past and what he's had to work through, including dealing cocaine in a chicken costume or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. I was on cocaine.
Oh, meth.
Meth.
Yeah.
I was on meth.
Uh-oh. We're about to get demonetized.
Oh no, he said the words. Do it. What do you mean? Unless they're gonna fine me, I'm not losing any money on something that makes $0. I think I hate to just jump to the end, but him beating up his shadow self is so impactful.
Yeah.
Because it is how a lot of us approach our self-improvement.
Yeah.
Just beating up on what makes us bad or wrong or hurtful or whatever, and then that just makes us more bad and more. But yeah, it's, again, I think I said it in our.
So many planes.
I think it's something's going on.
Yeah.
I said it in our first reaction episode, which was our first road trip episode.
First road trip episode. Are there going to be more?
First part of our. I said that is very on the nose, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
It doesn't make it bad.
Yeah, I think that scene like says a lot about kind of like fighting our, I guess, overcoming our shame. I think what that scene really says is that it's not a fight, and it's not something we can do on our own.
Yeah.
As we see. Yeah.
If you didn't get that, I don't know what you're watching.
Because going into the Christian perspective, I mean, obviously, like, Jesus is the one that ultimately overcomes our shame.
Yeah.
But he does give us people in our life to help carry the burden and lighten the load of it. And it's like, even like, as they said in the movie, it's like, they're not fixed, but it feels lighter. It's like even what they say in the movie. And I feel like just that carries like crazy Christian applications just with how we live our life. I mean, we're not sinless yet, but like when we're with Jesus and like in community with believers, the load is lighter.
Yeah.
So.
Sure. Yeah, just perspective.
Yeah.
Being able to go easy on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Have people around you. Talk about like Yelena's self-reflection, breakdown, one-on-one, whatever you want to call it, with Alexi. Or maybe even go back to her.
Well, I think even her like
Opening line. Even.
Yeah, I was about to say the opening monologue just about like, she even talks about like getting lost in the mission and ignoring her feelings. Is it dead?
We're going to have to pass back and forth.
Yeah, that's
it. Or we're going to have to do this whole episode over again.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Hear me when I'm talking because he's holding the microphone.
Yes, talking about how just getting lost in the mission and ignoring her emotions has kind of just left her feeling nothing and a void. And seeing, that's the point. is that like, you know, the void represents this like physical thing, but he represents this like emotional void too that all of the main characters are experiencing and have to overcome. So I think seeing her, especially like seeing her like dad like point out her growth was like very cool to see. Even in like just their first scene with all of them in the limo. I mean, he's already like, you see him later. Because it's like this, all of this wasn't something that she could have done on her own. You know, she needed to find kind of like, I guess people, other people struggling and other people who kind of know where she's coming from to kind of uplift her. And I mean, they weren't really friends, I guess, at that point yet, but I guess being able to be seen like she was felt very impactful for her.
Bars. Yeah, she was supposed to be the one we empathized with the most. I think it was a little hard for me, just because of. He said she's a woman for those who are waiting to cancel us. Cancel him first. No. No. I mean, maybe there's some part of that. It's not like it's not a problem.
For me?
My wife has ice cream for us.
For me.
Yeah.
Right now.
I don't know what her question is. Oh, go get your ice cream.
Okay, we're still recording. All right.
That's amazing. My wife is amazing, and she's not going to hear this until she listens to the episode. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a lot to say. You nailed a lot of it, and you're also the only one of the two of us who have rewatched the movie. So,
How many times have you seen it?
once.
Only once?
Yeah.
I went to a toilet.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I think you said that on an episode. You said I'm going later today or something.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe you did. Yeah. Also, we haven't. We're in shambles, guys. Every time Zach and I record in person, it's shambles. Part of me
What makes it fun. That's what makes it fun.
it is, but I want to be a little professional, and Riverside just makes it so easy.
Very professional. Oh, it dripped on my leg.
Oh no! I actually wonder if we hold it here.
I didn't have anything to say. Do you have any final
I
thoughts?
just want to be done so I don't have to keep worrying about this. And
Okay.
I want ice cream.
Let's wrap up. It's melting so much. And I don't want to eat this on camera more than I have.
All right. Thank you for watching our shambles. We're gonna let Jack eat his ice cream. Join our Discord. Follow us on socials. And until next week, know that you're loved. God bless.
Thanks for watching, Mom.